Hello and welcome to the December 28th episode of This Week in Kirkland, the official podcast of the City of Kirkland, bringing you timely topics and noteworthy news delivered to you every week. I'm your host, Jim Lopez, one of two deputy city managers here at the city, joined today by two members of our wonderful podcast team.
Kate Ryan.
And David Wolbrecht.
And we have a very special segment to close out our show this year, the last show. But first, here are the topics we'll be covering this week.
We'll give you some heads-up announcements for algae blooms in Lake Washington, a speed limit change on Goodwill Hill, and city administrative holiday hours.
You also want to listen up for some tips on a few topics, including how to get a free ride for New Year's Eve, the easiest way to responsibly get rid of your Christmas tree, and 3 things to remember about cold weather, space heaters, and your pets.
We'll also cover some fun events to look forward to. But first, our big story of the week. There are a couple of milestones coming up at the next City Council meeting on January 2nd. New council member Tim Chisholm will be sworn in alongside returning council members Kelly Curtis and Amy Falcone.
Council will also select its next mayor and deputy mayor.
That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also on the business agenda, council will consider approving the 2023-2028 update to the Transportation Improvement Program.
And there's no study session, my friends. Business meeting begins at 7:30 p.m. Now, you can attend in person via Zoom or watch live on the city's YouTube channel, Facebook page, or the city's website.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's blue-green algae has been spotted along Lake Washington.
Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It does.
A little bit.
And we've got some information on that, Kate.
Yeah, it's called cyanobacteria.
Bravo.
And thank you. And some types are capable of producing toxins.
No, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so King County Public Health encourages folks to look out for it, and it's hard to distinguish, and so if you see any algae type thing in the water, just go ahead and avoid it.
If you're interested in learning more, we've got information in the show notes.
Oh, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point to know. So heads up, folks, there's a speed change at Goodwill Hill.
It's true. Yeah, the bend of road in Finn Hill, known as Goodwill Hill, has changed speed limit from 35 down to 30 miles per hour.
The speed limit change comes along with some other changes along that stretch of road, including a multi-use path along 90th Avenue Northeast.
Yeah, so stay aware of your speed, folks, and let's keep our community safe and avoid that speeding ticket.
And there you go.
Mm-hmm.
And our final announcement for this week, city offices will be closed for the New Year's holiday. Did you guys know that, I hope?
Yes.
Yep, I was
So
aware.
I won't be seeing you
tomorrow or Monday.
Monday.
That's true.
Yeah. Offices will be closed at 12 p.m. noon on Friday, December 29th, and all day on Monday, January 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Fire, police, and other critical services will remain fully operational.
Thankfully.
Mm-hmm. And regular city services resume Tuesday morning, January 2nd.
And speaking of the new year, King County has a way to help you celebrate New Year's Eve responsibly. King County Metro, Sound Transit, and other regional transit agencies are providing free rides, my friends, on New Year's Eve. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter where you're going or where you've been, take a free ride, courtesy of transit, to get to and from your New Year's celebrations safely.
It was pretty philosophical, no matter where you're going or where you've been. How are you all planning to celebrate New Year's this year?
Yeah, probably our standard tucked in by 10
Tucked
approach.
in by 10.
I like that.
Yeah, it's,
You have to trademark that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
The
Well,
yeah.
I'm not sure it's very popular, but but sure.
I like to low-key New Year's Eve as well, and probably will. But there was one New Year's Eve where we went to the SIF Theater in Seattle.
Oh.
And we saw the movie Moulin Rouge.
Oh, wow.
On New Year's Eve.
That's
It was
fun.
so much fun. What they do is people got dressed up and they kind of karaoke it. So they show
Wow.
the lyrics at the bottom of the screen. Everybody sings the
Oh,
song.
my
It
goodness.
was so much
I would
fun.
love that.
Yeah, that does
that's
sound
fun.
fun.
But this year, my plan is to get up early, get ready for some football.
Oh.
Because we got UW in the
That's
hunt.
true.
for the
Yeah.
national championship.
All right, go team.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Kate?
How about you, Kate?
Well, I got to say, I got excited hearing about these free rides. I'm like, yeah, go down to the Space Needle. And then I actually pictured doing it. I'm more of a tucked in by 10.
So this is kind of the tucked in by 10 crew.
Okay, well, if you are more exciting than us, check out
Yes.
King County
Good
Metro.
because you got a free
And others,
ride.
you got a free ride.
It's space heater season as well, as you guys probably know. And the Kirkland Fire Department wants you to use yours safely. There are 3 things to remember.
Yeah. 1, keep the heater 3 feet away from anything that can burn. That's people, pets, cloth.
2, plug the heater directly into the wall outlet and not use an extension cord.
And 3, place the heaters on solid, flat surfaces and don't block exits.
Mm-hmm. Very
Good
important.
tips. Good
yes,
tips.
Absolutely.
Although many pets like curling up to space heaters, here are 3 things to remember to keep your pets healthier this winter.
Yeah, first, so when it's cold, chances are your pet is cold also. So don't leave them outside or in cars.
Yes.
Also, create a warm place for them to sleep off of the floor and away from drafts.
Can I just tell you, my cat Marty, my buddy, he loves to just curl up on the space. We have a heater in the floor. The
Oh, okay.
heater
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
up,
yeah.
And that's his favorite place in the house.
Oh, it's the best
yeah.
spot. That was like me in elementary school. Yeah.
There you go. Yes. A lot in
can see
common
it.
there.
Yeah. No, like legit. Anyway.
Another way to keep your pets healthy this winter, cold temperatures and chemicals, such as ice melters, can be really harsh on pet skins. You might want to bring a towel on walks to rub off the ice, salt, and chemicals, and just check that their paws are clean.
Yeah, and you can also massage petroleum jelly or other paw protectorant onto them. Or they can wear booties to protect their feet. Also, pro tip, don't bathe them too many
Yes.
times because that can really actually dry out their skin during the cold months.
So, David,
Jim.
how's your pup doing this year?
Haku's doing pretty good.
Very good.
She does not like the cold, the wet, or the rain, and so sometimes walks can be a little
Yeah.
perfect for this time of year. She loves snow, but we haven't gotten any yet, obviously. But so she's hanging in there, but walks can be a little dicey sometimes. So.
Yeah. Maybe bring a towel.
Hey, there you go.
So no matter when you take down your Christmas tree, we've got a tip on how easily you can compost it this season. In the first 2 weeks of January, you can place your live and undecorated tree next to your cart or dumpster for Waste Management to pick up on your regular service day. That's a great service.
Absolutely. So trees just need to be 6 feet tall or shorter. If your tree is taller than that, just cut it into 4-foot sections or shorter.
So, Kate, I have a question.
Yes, Jim.
What if someone's not ready to take down their tree quite yet?
Jim,
I hear ya.
Jim, why are you looking at me when you ask that question? Nordman has been a beloved guest.
Thinking of Nordman,
asking for a friend.
Yes. Well, we've got you covered. So after the first 2 weeks of January, you can always cut your tree down into 3-foot segments. Put them in your yard waste carts.
Okay,
Good.
So if we're not ready to say goodbye to our trees, or if they're part of our observances to keep them around longer,
That's right.
still got an option.
Still got an option.
That's right.
Good stuff.
Very good.
So, David, we've got some fun upcoming events.
Yeah, we sure do. Yeah, so MLK Junior Day of Service. So you can participate with Green Kirkland Partnership doing some habitat stewardship on
Nice.
January 15th at Edith Moulton Park and South Norway Hill
Great.
Park.
That's great.
Yeah, that sounds fun. We also have Lunar New Year. That's coming up February 3rd at Peter Kirk Community Center. Everyone is welcome to come
Oh, good.
celebrate and learn more about the tradition.
Nice, very nice. And that brings us to our last segment of this last show.
Wow, of the year.
A special
Wow.
year-end recap, my friends, and a celebration of 2023.
Oh, great.
As so many do this time of year, we're taking this opportunity to reflect on 2023 and celebrate all that made it one for the books.
Absolutely.
So first, 2023 was a year of celebrations.
Absolutely. Yeah, we had our City Hall for All massive community event,
So much
party,
fun.
so much fun in
Quite an
September.
extravaganza.
Yeah, 3,000 people. We had Truckapalooza, pop-up market, and the podcast team was actually there doing interviews of our council members and community leaders.
It was amazing. And one of the images that I keep from that is the firefighter up at the highest part of the ladder truck, with
Right.
the ladder all the way up,
Yep.
dropping little
Yeah.
firefighter figurines with parachutes. It was little smoke jumpers.
It was
amazing.
super
It was
fun.
really high.
Yeah,
It was a fun day.
It was a fun day.
Yes.
for sure.
Another celebration this year was the grand reopening of Fire Station 22. Community members got to come out and tour the new station, and we get all these nice, great new stations from funding from Fire Prop 1.
Yeah, it's great stuff. We also had the grand reopening of 132nd Square Park. An amazing park.
Amazing.
You have to visit that park.
Yeah, so a cool thing is this is the first synthetic turf field in
Yeah.
a Kirkland Park, so year-round sports there.
That's neat.
Yeah, also got an all-abilities playground, picnic shelters. Come check it out. It's up in the Evergreen Hill
Yeah, you got to
neighborhood.
visit that park. There's just so much to do there.
Yeah, it's
Amazing.
lovely. Yeah.
And then, of course, another big celebration was our Celebrate Kirkland 4th of July parade. Such a huge showing.
30,000 people,
Wow.
70 parade entries.
70 entries.
Wow. It
Wow.
was super cool. And first time it was hosted by the city. So our very own Parks and Community Services Department stood up this amazing event and just
Wow.
can't wait for next year.
Next year. So that's a
Yeah.
great segment, actually, because that was a huge celebration, but it was also a first-time thing. So we also have a category in 2023 of Year of Firsts, the Year of Firsts. So we have our first crisis response center.
Yeah, so really exciting. Earlier in the spring, Governor Inslee and regional representatives came to City Hall to announce the siting of a Connections Health Solutions Crisis Response Center that serves behavioral health needs. And that'll be operated up out of the Totem Lake area. So really convenient next to hospital and freeway access.
Just great.
Really amazing. First in the region.
First in the region.
That's neat.
So we also had our first homeless outreach coordinator hired.
Yeah, Melly Paulo has supported over 100 people experiencing homelessness here in Kirkland.
Yeah, just so grateful for the work she's doing
It's
every
amazing.
day.
And
Yeah.
it's a whole initiative we're doing, an internal initiative to combine with all the work we do externally in the city. It's all coming together as one very systemic, thoughtful approach towards addressing the unhoused issue in our community.
Absolutely.
So it's great stuff, and we welcome Melly. She's amazing. We also had Juneteenth, the official holiday.
Yeah, so Juneteenth acknowledges the struggles and celebrates the triumphs of Black Americans. And celebrating this as an official city holiday reaffirms the city's commitment to create equitable community for everyone.
And Juneteenth was, we had such a great, there was such a great celebration.
Yeah, it was super
too.
fun.
Super fun.
Yeah.
So also as a first, we have the first Pride crosswalk in Kirkland.
That's right. Installed at Marina Park at Kirkland Avenue and Lakeshore Plaza. It's another way that we show our commitment to creating an inclusive and belonging place in our community.
Absolutely.
So 2023 was also a year, of course, of excellence. We are proud to say the city won the Trust and Transparency Award for This Week in Kirkland, our very own newsletter to the podcast.
That's right. Yeah, so we placed third for Granicus's Digital Government Awards. And so to all of our 8,000 or so subscribers, thank you for tuning in and staying informed.
And the podcast really exists in many ways.
Yeah, because the newsletter.
Absolutely. We love that. So we also won an award of honor for Totem Lake Park.
Yeah, this that amazing rainbow playground, the nature boardwalk, the wetland area, that all got recognized as an important ecological centerpiece for that area, the redevelopment up there.
And this was recognized by the Washington State chapter of the American Society of Landscape Architects.
We also won the Building Bridges Award for our Regional Crisis Response Agency. Now, this is another element of our very thoughtful approach towards helping folks in need. We built a regional crisis agency right here in Kirkland for the region.
Yeah, and so alongside the cities of Bothell, Kenmore, Lake Forest Park, and Shoreline, the North Urban Human Services Alliance awarded Kirkland and these other 4 cities for creating a new mobile crisis response service. So these are mental health professionals that respond when there's a behavioral crisis issue in an emergency. Really amazing.
It is.
Yeah, we do share that award, and we're deeply grateful for our partners in Bothell and Kenmore, Lake Forest Park, and Shoreline.
Absolutely.
So we also got a certificate of achievement for excellence in financial reporting.
Yeah, this is our 18th consecutive year of receiving this award.
And this is a big deal. This is the highest recognition in government accounting and financial reporting. So this is just really a demonstration of our excellent staff up in our finance and administration and our leadership, making sure that we are good stewards of public funds.
And 2023 was a year of connection.
Yes, one of our favorites is Community Appreciation Celebration. We celebrate that every year in the spring. It's our chance to give a huge thank you to all our wonderful volunteers with a night of glam, glitz, and gratitude.
Glam, glitz, and gratitude.
Some song and dance.
Yes.
Including, by some members of the podcast team.
Yeah. So and you can see us singing and dancing.
Yeah. So we really just honor the immense work of our civically engaged volunteers, neighborhood leaders, and board and commission members.
Wonderful, wonderful. And we also launched the Kirkland Initiative this year.
Yeah, a new 8-week civic engagement program. Super cool.
It's super cool. And it has a really robust curriculum where folks learn the foundations of government functions and better understand our decision-making process in the city. Class of about 20 folks. We have to limit it. And you meet the council, the city manager, you meet the department leaders, and you kind of just get an understanding through case studies and other experiential things that we do as to how city government works. It's a great thing.
Wow.
Great way to connect with your city and then also other community members.
Absolutely.
So please check the show notes below. If you're interested in signing up this year, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we also have the Totem Lake Connector Bridge.
Yeah, hundreds of folks came out in July for the big aerial group photo, ribbon cutting, and of course the Total Lake Connector Bridge connects the CKC up at 124th and 124th, our busiest intersection in the city.
That's right. And a little fun fact,
Yes.
the TLC bridge is actually the backdrop to our podcast logo.
How about that?
Check that out, folks.
Will we be having some like podcast swag in 2024?
I think so.
I'm sure.
Perhaps you could get a
Yes.
T-shirt or a hat or something.
Well, and that is a helpful segue, Jim, because actually the last piece
Of connection?
was actually the launching of this Week in Kirkland podcast.
See what we did there? We brought
Yeah.
it all home.
Nice.
Yeah, sure. We deliver, as you know, our podcast weekly, and it's all from our award-winning newsletter.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're just so grateful for all the kind words from all our listeners. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And
We love you,
and
and we appreciate you.
Yes.
We absolutely do. If you are enjoying the podcast, please consider giving a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. That'd be super helpful.
And maybe in the future we'll have a segment where we bring some of our listeners on the show.
Oh, okay.
That'd be kind of fun.
That'd be super fun.
I see Anthony is smiling at me in the back. Yeah, bring it in. Okay. So thank you all for a wonderful 2023. And we're looking forward to another great year in Kirkland.
Yes.
And that brings us to our last segment. It's time for our pop quiz.
Woo!
Ooh,
I've been
okay.
studying.
See if you can guess the right answer. One of these choices stands the test of time. The other two just drop the ball.
Ooh, nice New Year's reference
New
there,
Year,
right?
yeah.
We're dropping
Which,
okay.
of course, means we made it up.
Yeah.
So, A, some American Southerners traditionally eat a dish called Jumpin' Joe on New Year's Day. Or B, in Spain, some folks eat 12 grapes at midnight on December 31st to welcome in the new year.
That sounds kind of yummy.
Or C, your partner will surely appreciate the delightful spontaneity if you leave things to chance and don't make dinner reservations on New Year's Eve. Yeah, the spontaneity of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
yes.
a very, very
very delightful.
delightful.
Yeah.
Delightful. So the answer is B.
Ah.
Spaniards, of which I am one, try to eat one grape at each ring of a church bell marking 12 a.m. or before 12:01. I didn't know that.
Okay.
The traditional Southern dish is called Hoppin' John. And it's made with rice, beans, or black-eyed peas and bacon. Plan ahead, my friends, and be safe out there. You don't necessarily want to rely on spontaneity. However you choose to celebrate is up to you.
Yes. Well, don't forget to mark your calendars for Lunar New Year. Looking further ahead.
And that does it for this week and this year. You've been listening to This Week in Kirkland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Special thanks to Anthony Girardi, Chris Peterson, and Sue Romero for their behind-the-scenes magic.
Thank you.
Our next episode is January 4th. Until then, Happy New Year, everybody, and
Stay connected, Kirkland.